Justice Sodhi wants to come in and respond to what you're saying. Justice Sodhi, you just heard Ram Jethmalani, with all his wisdom and experience, make these points. The sense really is, maybe the judiciary is too touchy. You know, maybe it's so worried, the contempt laws are so strict, which is why nobody brings these points up. And the point that Prashant Bhushan also made, that is what is undermining the judiciary and people's faith in it. Respond to Ram Jethmalani, sir.
See, as far as dealing with a particular case is concerned and making comments on that particular case is concerned, no one has any objections to that. But I'm still at the point, how can you possibly say that a large number of judges of the Allahabad High Court are those whose integrity is doubtful? And then you say a large number of judges are good judges and excellent judges. Now, I am entitled, or a citizen is entitled to know which is the judge with bad integrity, and why should his case be heard by him at all?
Mr. Jethmalani, respond to that. You know, the sense is, you tell us who the corrupt judges are.
I agree that listen, a judge should recuse himself when he finds that a lawyer whom he knows or with whom he is acquainted or related is appearing in the matter and it will cause embarrassment. He should recuse himself, or he should politely ask the lawyer not to appear in his court.
No, but
as good enough. But
the point that Majid Memon made, and I want your thoughts on this, Mr. Jethmalani. Should it now be stopped? This whole uncle judge syndrome, it's not only direct relatives appearing before the same judge, it is because the relatives are appearing in that same court that there is a sense that there are favorable judgments which are passed or unfavorable judgments because there's an axe to grind. As Majid Memon says, that if there is a judge who's practiced in that particular court, he should not be made a judge in that court, he should be sent elsewhere. Should we implement this rule strictly now, Mr. Jethmalani?
Well, I agree that should be done, and the judges themselves should have some kind of a discipline about these matters. I entirely agree with all that, but I do not find any fault with what the Supreme Court has done in this case.
Okay, one final comment from you, Justice Sodhi, before I end this debate. Is there now not a need, like if the media is up for scrutiny, politicians have always been up for scrutiny, the army is under so much scrutiny, the judiciary as another very important institution of this nation, should it not put itself under more scrutiny, and should it not be scrutinized by the public? Because there is clearly something rotten, and like journalists are now being looked at very carefully, the judiciary should also be looked at, because the more scrutiny there is, the less the chance of there being corruption, sir.
Absolutely right. As far as the judiciary is concerned, judiciary has always been under scrutiny. Every person in this country has been scrutinizing a judge for what he's worth. And if the Supreme Court says that the bar or everybody knows who the corrupt judges are, then surely they are being scrutinized. But at the same time, you can't paint the whole judiciary with the same brush.
Okay, this has been a very engaging debate, and we're leaving it to the wisdom of our viewers to decide where they stand on it. But the fact is, Markandeya Kajju has stirred a hornet's nest. He sparked this debate off. Let's just hope that the judiciary and everybody else associated with law doesn't try and brush this under the carpet, because as Ram Jethmalani, Majid Memon, Prashant Bhushan say, this matter needs to be discussed. The problem is reaching chronic proportions now, and I'm glad we've had this debate on Centre Stage this evening. For the moment, Justice Sodhi, Mr. Ram Jethmalani, Prashant Bhushan and Majid Memon, thank you very much for being my guests on Centre Stage.